Hello. So something interesting happens when you put your attention on the space in the present moment. When you place your attention on the space in this present moment, you would realize so many things. So many things. But one of the main things that is there to realize is that the space is not there. The space in that present moment is not there. There is the noticing of a space that seems empty, even of itself. It's not part of the other things that can be seen. But at the same time, this space that can be experienced, that there is no denying of its spaciousness. If you look at it very carefully, you will see that it is not there. It is not where it appears to be. So, this is what is known as the illusion of God, or the shadow of God. There is the unknown creator, unknown even to itself, creating, and in his creation is his beingness, is in his beingness, in his creation. And this in is within itself. That is, the unknown creator is within its own self, because there is nowhere else to go except to go within, because everywhere is itself. So when it goes within, it has space to create. So this within, this is the experience of our own self-knowingness. It's because we have the experience of a within. That is where we believe our thoughts are coming and going to and fro. Images, memories, expectations, worries, and every other feeling or thoughts. They all come and go through this within. But when you go to look for this within, so try to see where the activities that happens with it within it comes from, where it's going to. Like a mechanic trying to, or like a child who is trying to figure out where the sound of a toy is coming from, or where the sound of the radio is coming from. You go within to do the same thing for your own self, to find out. Society conditioned us to believe that we are one separate human being apart from nature. That is, there is nature there, and then there's something that is now apart from it. So because we are apart from it, we think we can hurt our neighbors. We think we can worry, have anxiety, keep malice, and all these negative things. Meanwhile, in reality, when you understand that whatever you think, whatever you project outside, that is what is going to come back to you. Whatever you do to others, you are doing to yourself. Because there is no, this interaction that we are having is a play, a form of dance between what is known and what is unknown, which it's another characteristics of the space. Inside the space itself, because it is unseen, there is nothing there to be seen, then it is unknown. The space is unknown. When you look at the space in your present moment, what is familiar are the objects in it. That is what is familiar in the space in this moment. But what is unfamiliar is the emptiness, the space. It's very unfamiliar, yet we are not startled by it. It doesn't make us go, what is that? What is that? Because it's unknown. Nobody knows what it is. Any description that can be given to it is just, yes, it is vast. It is vast. Vastness based on its content. So in the science world, they've created universes. They've created telescopes to see up to the observable universe, and the amount of light years it would take from one to travel from, these very amazing amounts of numbers, and makes you appreciate the vastness of the space right now, right here. This thing that is unknown is carrying things that are known. In order for you to know something, your eye has to pass the unknown to know it. I am seated here, and then there's an object on my hand here. In order for me to know the object on my hand, my eye has to pass through the unknown space. So inside of this unknowable, I am knowing things. Which is an impossibility. to have the effect, you can pick an object, any object maybe that has a word in your own, wherever you're watching this, and don't try to read what is written there. Just look at it, but don't try to read it. Look at an object, but don't try to know it. That silence in the mind, the silence that comes when you are not knowing what is, that silence is God. And it can get as silent as sleep. You can be so silent right here in this present moment that the objects that are, the sounds are in your environment will disappear. Everywhere will be so silent, you would literally feel that this is sleep. Because even you yourself will be silent. So, inside the unknown, we are knowing things, which is an illusion, an impossibility, a paradox that should not exist, but it does. So that means that as great as the space is, as unknowable as it is, there is something inside of the silence that must be doing the knowing. Since not knowing, silence is the gateway to not knowing. So there is an higher intelligence that can be found right here, right now, in the silence of your mind. You don't pray for the intelligence to come. You go knocking on the intelligence. You go waking it up. It is, the intelligence is the light of consciousness. So you what a marvelous synchronicity. So you wake him through meditation, through not knowing.